invited to a great beer event where we were going to be given a significant amount of awards, which we always appreciate, everyone's hard work. So whenever we do something like that, I like to schedule in a day off. I told Mike and the gang, there were actually 4 of us with me included, I said, we're going to go and visit the Colonel. The Colonel is a very large redwood that's in an old growth forest that I had discovered before, and just when you walk through this forest, there's no cars, so it's just a really, really fun thing to do. So on the way to see the Colonel, we were driving down this old curvy road. I just knew when I saw it. Now, we're going to be able to get some good coffee here. It's a shack of a store. So we went in. There were 2 really eclectic ladies. The store was crazy cool. The coffee was fantastic. So we all got back in the car, and I said, you really want to see what's going on with an old store like this, you got to drive around back. So we drove around back, and there was an old barbecue cart, an old barbecue truck actually. It was sunk in the mud, probably hadn't been moved in 5 or 6 years. The truck was painted really cool. It was all like a solid color, and it had, if you can imagine it, having these hand stamps that you stamp on things in different colors. There was fire on there. There were skull and crossbone signs, and there was money. And I said, hey, check out that old food truck. He said, wow, that's fire, skulls, and money. So we're driving to the coast, and just because of the way my mind works, that reminded me of one of my favorite songs called Lawyers, Guns, and Money from Warren Zevon. So I couldn't get that song out of my head the whole way we're driving to the coast. So we get to the coast, we're checking it out. We're right where the Russian River dumps into Bodega Bay, which is a super cool spot. And we're all standing there, and I'm like, Mike, you gotta write a beer recipe right here. We're gonna call it Fire, Skulls, and Money. So the 4 of us each one of us picked out an opportunity to bring forward our favorite hop. And that's where the 4 basic hops came in. Galaxy, Nelson, Sauvin, Citra, and Mosaic were the original. It was really a fun new beer that came out, and when we first came home, Mike and I were geeking on the idea the whole way and so forth. We sat down with Sarah Hedlund, and we had some scribbles on a napkin of what we thought it would look like, and the look on her face was priceless. Sarah, if you're listening, I hope you are, but the look was priceless, and she just looked right at us, and she said, I don't know what you guys were into, but this worries me. If you all remember that first Fire, Skulls, and Money label, probably one of our coolest. So when we did the redo, to give it a new look that was worthy, not just taking the old look, but really giving it its own new identity. So with that, skulls on 3. 1, 2, 3, skulls!